All right, we got the Duramax out. It's on the engine stand. It's fully dressed. Still, head's on, the Fickum's on, everything's on. Like, I just flipped it over. I made a huge mess, but I really wanted to see what was up with this crank. So, hey Duncan, will you grab me a rag, buddy? Like a green rag? So yeah, the crank is broke for sure, but I gotta show you where. I'm trying to make this camera not flip over. All right, here you go. Thanks, buddy. All right, this is the number 1 rod, and you can already see. Well, I know what I'm looking for, but watch as I'm moving. I'm just moving the snout of the crank. I mean, look at that gear. So as you can tell, there's a gigantic crack right there in the throw of that first, that first rod. I mean, look at the way that gap opens up. When I move that thing back and forth, it's wild. So this thing was making all kinds of racket, noise, but it was running. It was weird. It seemed like there was no power loss, there was no smoke, but just awful noises. And you could kind of tell that the harmonic balancer was wobbling, and that's what it was. It's just broken right there. So my big question now is, I mean, are all these rods fine? And this motor has 60,000 miles on it since it's fully rebuilt. So are all these rods fine? Pistons fine? I say just need a crank, but if I got a crank and somehow got the bearings matched, and I'm not a machinist, but if anybody has a machinist, tag them in this. And are we just really throwing a crank in this thing and reassemble it? I mean, I didn't even pull the heads, right? Like, is there a way to get this motor back together without pulling the heads, without taking the rods out and the pistons out? I'm sure that's a weird way to do it, but shoot, why spend more money if you don't have to? So show you one more time. There is the problem. Pretty wild. Look at that. How much that thing moves. Crazy. Can't believe it still ran. All right, that's it.